Alright guys, let's talk about fucking Diary of the Dead. Whenever I wanted to review the Night of the Living Dead films, I was so excited to review the first three, because I love the first three movies. And Land of the Dead is kind of in between. And then, rewatching Diary of the Dead, I was not ready for it. And rewatching this movie, I thought this movie was horrible. Like, I hated this movie, and I really hate the fact that I hate it, if that makes sense, because George R. R. Romero made four great movies, or four good and great movies. Like, I just think Land of the Dead is fine, but I love the first three. The trilogy is fantastic, of Night, Dawn, and Day, but this one in particular is just, it's horrible. I don't know how, I'm gonna have to explain it, but man, it is just so terrible. It is made by Dimension Extreme, and literally it's called Dimension Extreme. Like the company, like it's Dimension's, like, I guess sub like company. It's so weird. It's Dimension Extreme, but it's so pandering and so annoying with that name of the company for Dimension Extreme. Now this is a found footage in the way of the Night of the Living Dead films, so if you want to look at individuality for these movies, I do love, despite not hating this movie, I do appreciate the fact that George R. R. Romero in every movie does something different. I am going to applaud that. I appreciate that. And even though I don't like this movie, I appreciated that it went found footage, because it did something else in the franchise that is different. And I love that he keeps making something that really works on being different and unique. Even if it's not executed well, and man, this is not executed well for me. Like, I've watched it only one time, and then this is my second watch, and man, it's rare. I rarely feel the literal exact same on rewatch. In terms of, like, disliking a movie, I might like it more after a rewatch, but oh my god, I hated this movie even more in rewatch. These characters are so dull and so annoying and so stupid, and a lot of them are unlikable, and then a lot of them are just so stupid and the acting is horrible, and it's just so unlikable. Everything about this movie, the way it's shot, and I understand it's found footage trying to be shot like that, but it just looks dreadful and terrible in a way where it's just kind of lazy, honestly, because I expect more from George R. R. Romero. Whenever he did his other movies, he really brought something, and this has some gore in it, but like, it's not the same in how it's made on this lens of like a real camera that like they're doing found footage from. And the whole movie has this narration from one of the characters, and it's just this bland, monotone dialogue where it's like talking about, oh, we're the survivors now, we've got to go find food, we've got to go and find other people, we've got to find a way to live. Like, it's just said like that. It's so boring. And like she says other things like how are we going to live in this forsaken place? Like, how are we going to live with all these zombies? And it's so dull. And I know I'm paraphrasing, that's not exactly what she said, but it might as well be, because it's just so dreadfully dull and boring with her dialogue, with this narration of this character that's in the movie as well. And it's so, just everything about it, I can't find anything. Like, there was one joke, I guess, that I did think was fine, where like an Amish guy, like they meet the Amish, like they're traveling in this RV, and like they meet an Amish guy, and he just immediately throws a grenade and blows up all these zombies just sitting there like in a spot. And I thought that was kind of funny for a second, but that's the only thing in the movie I could find. And the gore's fine, but whenever there's a movie that's got gore in it, that's fine, but everything else around it is just so dreadful. I can't even point out how good the gore is. It's fine. Typical gore that I felt like is forgettable in this movie, because the entire movie is so forgettable and how boring and how lame it is. It is a lame sequel. And I know Survival of the Dead people don't like either, and I don't think I like that one much, but I think I will like it more than this, because I hated this. This movie was so bad and so just horrible. There's really nothing besides that one little joke to really give this movie anything that warrants me liking this at all. Man, I hate this because I usually try to love everything, and I do usually love everything to some degree, but man, I really didn't love this one at all. I thought this one was terrible. So yeah, this is a short video, but that is my thoughts on Diary of the Dead. Tell me down below what you guys think of Diary of the Dead. I want to have conversations with you guys. If you like it, that's awesome. I do appreciate when people like things I don't like, or vice versa. I like when people have different opinions, even if I don't agree with them, or if you don't agree with me. Like, I do appreciate that, and I really do want to hear your thoughts down below. Man, this was a chore. This one was a chore to get through, so thank you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for watching.